welcome to This Week at Shrouded, episode 47. I'm your host this week, AGreeNer, and our guests slash co-hosts this week are Dunk, once again, returning, and Mr. Wrecked. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, hey.
Hey.
Be here.
Are you?
Yay!
Thrilled beyond imagination.
All right, I believe you guys. I believe you. Amazing. So we got a great show today. We finally got our first TWID back since sometime in December. Not a lot on it, but we'll go over it. Some good stuff. Well, some people. I don't know. Half the internet's just mad that it's whatever. It's happening now, and the other half is like, yeah, I'm glad that they finally put it in the game. But that the half that's mad is mad that the half that is saying it's good they're putting it in the game aren't more mad. Isn't that so funny? Oh man, the internet. Okay.
I saw you get called out.
It wasn't just me. Well, I didn't get called out. I called someone else out.
I know, and then they called you out back.
Well, they were wrong. Sorry.
Okay.
Idiots. People are so disappointed. We'll go over it. We'll go over it later. I'm happy whenever they put anything in there. I'm never gonna look at like a benefit and go, oh, finally. I'm gonna go, oh, it's in the game now. Thank you. Other people might be different, but like I prefer to just look at the positive side of things. Like I could care less if this thing should have been in the game 6 years ago. It wasn't, and now it is. So that's a good thing, not a bad thing. I'm not gonna look back at the last 6 years and go, argh. I'm gonna say, good job, do more of this. And if they're like, oh, okay, we've got some people that say, that's awesome, thank you, then maybe they'll do more of this. But if they get people just bitching that they're doing stuff for them that they didn't have to do, then they're not gonna do more of it. Why would you do more of it? I wouldn't do more of it. I'd tell them to go fuck themselves. I'd be like, enjoy your shitty game, idiots. But I'm spiteful and petty, and I don't make any money off of Destiny.
Yeah.
So
Right now, some marketing person is going, "You idiots!" Mm-hmm.
They should be. They should be like, you fucking dumbass. Like I would if I was the community manager for Bungie. I'd be tweeting right from the Bungie team. Like I'd be like, "Fuck you, all of you." I'd be like, "This costs so much money, and now you're just bitching that we didn't do it earlier. We could have not done it." I could care less that it was added. I don't have any plans on changing what my character looks like. I did it right the first time. Are you guys going to change the way your characters look?
Probably not.
No, I'm happy with how my characters look.
That's a fast ass motherfucking thumbnail you made there. Good lord.
Well, listen, because I know we're going to talk about the charity and the new transmog just came out. Shadow Wizard Money Gang just seems like the appropriate title for the episode.
Oh, absolutely. Yes,
Seems
I'm
fair.
for it.
Seems fair. Seems fair. Yeah. Okay. Let's start. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, we got a good show. We're gonna talk about the TWID. Last week we totally forgot to talk about the season finale, so we're gonna talk about that a little bit. Not much. I mean, it wasn't a big deal, right? And it's
Maybe that's the point.
It's a little bit in the. But I said in the opening we would talk about it, and then we just completely didn't talk about it at all, which is funny. And anyway, we'll get into more of that stuff. We'll talk a little bit about gaming, and then of course Bungie's charity push right now for Game to Give, which is ongoing now until February 4th. So that's the plan for tonight. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, whatever you happen to be doing. And let's get started. So, what have we done this week? Anybody want to start?
I finished my Paragon Gilding. So that's something.
Is that level 11?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I continued playing Brotato. Working on 100%ing that game. And I just bought Palworld.
I bought that today,
So,
earlier today.
I'm gonna go beat some I'm gonna go beat some Pokemon within a inch of their life and then enslave them for the rest of it.
Nice. I like it. I like it.
Pokemon is fucked up. All Pocket Monster games are fucked up if you really think about what's going on in the relationship between the trainers and the creatures they own.
Oh, of course. Absolutely.
Sends a weird message to kids.
Pokemon's fucked. It's always been fucked. The concept of battling to the death. And then it's like we're teaching all of our children to grow up like Michael Vick, you know. But we're normalizing it, which is nuts.
What are you doing today, kids? Oh, nothing, Dad. I'm just playing cute and fuzzy cockfighting pocket monsters.
Cockfighting pocket monsters. I love it. But it's true. Anyway, so now we can actually like kill our Pokemons in this new Palworld game. Anyway, everyone's talking about it. I remember seeing the trailer for it and be like, well, I gotta try that game. And then today everyone was talking about it. So I was like, well, it's not even a full price game. So yeah, gib. It's like 30 it's like $30. So
the game is early access and they're not expected to be done with their roadmap for over a year, but it is blowing up right now on the socials and on the Twitch and everywhere people are playing games.
Yeah. Anyway, if it's super popular, there's going to be dedicated servers, so might just have to make one for Shrouded.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Do it.
Oh, I plan to. They're not available yet, but they will be.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to this week?
Oh, goodness, what have I done? Played a little bit more Destiny. Finally played the season finale. That was good.
What's it?
It's I already knew what was gonna happen, but gameplay was fun, at least. Let's see, what else? Finished Rome Total War Scythia run. That was a lot of fun. Got betrayed like 3 times throughout the course of that game.
Have you played Total War Warhammer?
No, I've never been interested in that one. I've played Rome Remastered and Medieval 2.
Is it just that it's a fantasy thing that turns you off? All right.
I mean, the fantasy thing, I mean, I'm fine with, but at the same time, I kind of like the more, it's actually this part of the world. But I don't know. Maybe
I only asked because the systems they have loaded into Total War Warhammer are just, there's so much more depth to them than in any of their historical games. It's I like Creative Assembly's games, most of them. They have a couple of duds out there, but I don't know. They really went to town when they created Total War, and the whole franchise is just, I don't know. I find the gameplay more entertaining, even if I wasn't totally into the fantasy piece, which of course I also am because I'm a Warhammer kid. But anyway, it's pretty good.
Yeah, no. I mean, really, I've also played Total War Troy. That one is interesting. It very much changes how the game plays. Very unique unit abilities. Really cool, though. Yeah. And then I also played, once again, more Phasmophobia. As always.
Hey, I played that this week for the very first time.
Yeah, for the first time? That's crazy.
I loaded it up. I played half the tutorial. I said I'm bored, and I closed it.
Wow, I see how it is. Honestly, it is a game that is better played with people, I think.
Well, here's my problem. All right.
Yep.
There was a couple of people in Apex that were playing it, and I was like, I'm gonna figure out how to play this and go play with them. But then, as I was doing the tutorial and listening to them, like they knew everything. They didn't need to consult anything. They had like the ghost that they were trying to discover what it was. They had it figured out in like 5 minutes. And it seemed like, man, I think I've missed the boat on this. And if I play this with anybody who's played it for any length of time, it's not going to be any fun for me because they're going to have already figured all this shit out. Right?
That's how I
yeah.
always feel. Every time I play the game, I always play with somebody that already knows, and they figured out what the ghost is before I can even fucking open my eyes. And I'm just like, Jesus.
It doesn't sound like a lot of fun to me. It's basically letting somebody else play the game and carry me, and I'm not super interested in that.
So, I mean, I totally get that sentiment. Like, when I first started playing Phasmophobia, I never... well, I already knew a little bit of how the game worked, what kind of ghosts to expect, what kind of abilities they had and whatnot, so I had a little bit of an edge going into it. But even now, like, I will sometimes go into missions and just be surprised by what ghost it is. Like, I'll think it's this ghost. I'm like, hey, I'm pretty sure it's this. And then it turns out it's a mimic, and I'm like, God damn it.
You suck.
Like, it's... no, yes, I do. Absolutely. Mimics always get me. I hate them. But, you know, I still find it, or found it to be entertaining, because I started off just playing solo, not playing with others, trying to get my bearings, so to speak, get familiar with the mechanics, and then started playing with some friends.
You know what, Greener? Gave me an idea.
What?
Either for a catastrophe stream or charity stream or whatever, where you need to fill blocks. We should set up a block where several of us who have never actually played it will play it for the first time together without anybody who knows shit playing with us. That way, all the people that are in chat that know what the hell is going on can be losing their minds as we fumble around, not doing anything right.
That sounds fun. I would totally support this. I know I'd be on the sidelines, but still.
What do we play, though? I could play Lethal Company. I haven't touched it yet.
No, we just do it with Phasmophobia, dude.
Yeah, but I've played Phasmophobia a couple times.
Yeah, a couple of times, but do you really know what's going on? Like, if you see a ghost do a certain thing, are you going to know that, all right, I've seen these 2 hints, I know exactly what it is, done?
No, I have no idea.
Do you know how all the equipment works? Can you remember how all the pieces of gear work?
I don't know how anything works.
That's exactly my point. We can fumble around not knowing shit about what we're doing, and it'll drive the people who know how the game works just completely bonkers on the sidelines. It'll be great.
That's kind of funny.
I again, do it. I support this. This is fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyways, that's all I did.
Delightful.
What did you do?
This week I don't remember. No, I'm just kidding. So I played Destiny, and what did I do in Destiny? I did Warlords Ruin.
Oh yeah, who'd you play it with?
Brig. And Dev, lead Dev.
All right, cool.
And what else did I do? That wasn't it. Oh, I got my seal for Season of the Deep. And
congratulations, Aquanaut.
Thanks. I did a bunch of other shit too. Like I was. I did all this stuff with Titan. So you guys kept talking about Strand Titan and how awesome it was, and so I went and got all of my Strand, whatever they are that you can buy the Strand abilities with. I forget the name of them.
All your meditations.
Yeah, I went into all that. I did. I was farming Vex Assault or whatever the fuck it's called to get all of the exotics that I needed for Titan because I have like none. Well, I don't have none, but I haven't really farmed them at all in the last like 2 years since Witch Queen. So I was getting a bunch of those, and then I did after I did Warlords, I was like, I'm gonna take this into Warlords solo. So I tried that and takes like 2 seconds to get to the first boss, so I was like, I'm gonna try this a couple times, see what it's like. And it wasn't as easy as I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be like foolproof, but you can still die, and it's not as easy as it like the streamers make it look to do like the damage combo. And then
I mean, the trick to making it work is
someone just told
having,
me
like,
to
a navigator and setting a grapple point right above the boss's head, so you can just constantly do the grapple melees.
yeah.
But it's pretty. It's not easy. It's not as easy as the videos make it look, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely not. So I was trying. My problem was I was able to set all that up, but I kept dying, like because I couldn't keep my banner of war like stacked at ×4 or whatever after getting it sucked into the prisons and whatnot. Anyway, somebody just told me. Somebody said to me it's to get Pyro Gale gauntlets to just do it in solar. So I try. So I did that, and yeah, I was. I smashed right through the first boss like it was nothing, and I was like, "Holy shit, what is this build? This is this is insane." Anyway,
With a good weapon rotation, he's a 2 or 3 phase basically. Most people soloing.
Yeah, it took me 4 because
Oh, it's all right.
I'll play as Titan, so I was still getting. I did literally the first time I ever turned on Bonk Titan. Never played it before, ever. So I was, getting used to it and throwing my hammers off the cliff and shit like that. And I was like, oh my god, how annoying. And then I don't know how many times I blew myself up with the fucking rocket launcher, Dragon's Breath or whatever it's called. Oh my god, so many times, does that shit blow up after you, like 10 seconds after you shoot it, and I always forget. I'm like, oh, there's an orbit power.
It do be having lasting impression, my friend.
Yeah, super irritating. So anyway, so I was messing around with that, but at the same time, while I was doing that, I was doing other stuff. So I never sat down to do like a full run of that. That wasn't the point. And once our game to give fundraising really kicked off, I added that to the as a goal to the stream. The 24-hour stream is to solo that. So I have to stop trying because I want to do the second and third boss, not blind because I do know how they work, but I don't really know how they work solo. So it'd be fun.
All right, cool.
So I did all that in Destiny. I don't think I did anything else. Oh, well, when I was setting up to do the Strand stuff that I'm not even using anymore, ironically, I didn't have Navigator. So I had to farm Ghost of the Deep before that. I got it on my third attempt, which was my 5th full clear.
Cool.
So I was pretty happy about that because after I did that, I had to go in and get the catalyst, which is how Brig got involved with anything to begin with. And so he was like, I know how to do the catalyst, let's do it. And we went into Ghost of the Deep, and he was showing me, I even forget now what we were doing. What the fuck? Oh yeah, it's those little rooms you pick up the ghosts and shit. Okay, yeah, I remember now. I looked up how to do it. I guess now that I'm thinking about it, and I just asked for help to do the dungeon because I wanted somebody from the SGC. So I said, I'm doing catalyst for this, someone come with me. And he didn't even have Navigator yet. Anyway, and then he came with me. And it was his 71st clear of that dungeon. And he's like, when'd you get that? I'm like, earlier today on my 5th clear. He didn't seem overly mad about it, but he's like, oh yeah. Anyway, I didn't really know. I wasn't really thinking too much of it. I thought he already had it, probably already had the catalyst, whatever.
Did you say what loser doesn't have this already?
No. But we got to the end. I got the catalyst, and then we finished the dungeon, and he got the Navigator on that run.
Oh, nice.
And he goes, oh my God, Green, you're such good fucking luck. Let's fucking go. And he freaked right out, got his thing. He was pretty happy about it. Anyway, 71 runs. And I was chuckling to myself at the same time because, I just gotten it on my 5th run. And this was just the 6th to do the catalyst. And he's like, so do you want to do the catalyst run again? I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
And I was like, you can teach me how to do Warlords if you want. And that's how I ended up getting into Warlords.
So I got mine on my 4th run at the boss, but it wasn't a full run. So Saren was doing the dungeon with, I don't remember who it was, but 2 other people from Apex, and his internet died, and so he couldn't connect to the game. And I told him I'll just go ahead and fill in. So I came in mid encounter. The boss had already been hurt. It had already gone through a damage phase. So I show up for one damage phase, pop the boss, boom, navigator. Saren was in VC on his phone. I'm all, hey man, I've got your navigator. Thank you very much.
That's funny. You want this?
He was salty as fuck, dude.
Yeah, I bet. Anyway, I messed around with Navigator. It's pretty useless, other than that boss. It's not useless. Woven Mail is strong, but it's so easy to get on your character now with all the strand stuff. If you're not doing that fucking melee damage punch shit, which only works on certain bosses, it's pretty niche. Let's put it that way. It's pretty niche. How often are you going to place an exotic with that wave, or that trace rifle?
I mean, I like to put it on when I have the aircraft carrier helmet on my Warlock, but I'm usually running double trace rifles at that point, since you generate so much ammunition.
Yeah, I don't even know what the aircraft carrier does. My Warlock is officially my lowest character for everything now. Now that I worked on my Titan all week,
it marks a target, and then when you shoot it with a trace rifle, and if a fire teammate kills that target, it'll spawn a heavy brick for your teammates, and it'll spawn a special brick for you. And then the helmet also automatically reloads your trace rifle as you're shooting it. Kind of like, what's the chest piece for Titans?
Actium War.
Like Actium War Rig does for machine guns and auto rifles for Titans. So it steadily refills your trace rifles. So the helmet keeps your friends in heavy and you in special. So you can use your trace rifle like a primary and keep it so you never have to reload.
That's pretty cool.
And with that particular trace rifle, that means you're also being able to just give Woven Mail to whoever, whenever, the whole time, 100% uptime. So it's pretty good. Pretty good combo. Pretty good support Warlock.
Of course. I feel like that exotic helmet would work well with Divinity, though.
I mean, it does.
It does.
It does.
You can't use both.
Running triple Warlocks, all with that helmet, all with double trace rifles and rockets.
Jesus, could you imagine?
It's funny to watch in GMs because that particular combination of characters can clear most GMs that don't have like a hard stop that forces you to interact with mechanic. They can clear most GMs in like 5 minutes or less, because they're basically just using. A couple of them are using heavy ammo as primary because there's so much heavy spawning, and everything else is just getting killed by trace rifle. It's craziness. The only thing I don't like about it is it's ugly as fuck.
Yeah.
Makes you look like a fucking bobblehead.
That would be amazing. I wish I was a bobblehead.
Oh yeah, I bet you do.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
All right, cool.
Seemed like the right thing to say at the time.
So I just wanted to bring up quickly. There was a new Prince of Persia game that was released, like yesterday, and apparently it's one of the best Metroidvania games that have come out in a while since Metroid Dread. Does anybody like Metroidvania style games? Yeah. I love them, so I'm actually really excited. I wasn't gonna play this because Ubisoft kind of sucks lately, but
yeah, that's true.
Especially this week, dude. Did you see that story they put out?
Probably, but you'll have to remind me what they put out.
About how they want all games to go to subscription based. They want all gaming to be subscription based.
Oh,
They don't want to sell they don't want to just sell games to people that own anymore. And their CEO is like, people are just gonna have to get used to not owning anything.
I did see the discourse come from that, but I'm a digital gamer now, so like I don't own any of my stuff, so I didn't actually care because I'm not a physical media type fellow. I haven't been for like since PlayStation 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't own any of my games. He's right.
Yeah.
Just so everyone knows. I get why everyone was mad at him, and they're like, "Oh, game preservation, bring back physical media." When's the last time you bought a physical game disc? Correct?
I mean, it's not a matter. Well, listen. So, I don't own. Well, let me take that back. For my PlayStation 4, I have got like 40 or 50 games on disc, most of which are still in cellophane, never been opened because, you know, that's just how me and single player games roll. They get bought and never get played. But I mean, it's been a while. But if I get a game,
but you bought that many.
Game,
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. But if I get a game that I pay for digital, if it turns out that it's a game I like playing a lot and doesn't require an online connection to function, I may have a Jolly Roger version of the game as well, possibly, just in case Steam tries to take some shit back or something. So maybe.
Yeah, okay. I'm not a psychopath. I don't think that way. Sorry. I'm actually lying. Like, I'm turning around right now and I'm looking over at my PlayStation 4 games, and I actually have like 20 of them, if not more, on the shelf behind me. Which is unbelievable to me. Why did I buy that many PlayStation 4 games? I've been buying digital. I feel like I've been buying digital forever, but they're right there. I can't lie about it. I could go back and count them, and I bet there'd be 20, 25 of them on the shelf there. Holy fuck. Alright. I haven't bought one game for PlayStation 5. Let's put it that way. They are all digital except for one, because I was able to use like points to get a game. And they sent me the game as opposed to sending me a digital code, which would have been nicer. But at this point, yeah, I don't want to get up and like if you have the internet, like good internet, like at least most big cities in North America. I know everyone doesn't live in North America or whatever, and we may be privileged or whatever. Internet's not good around the entire planet, but I have really good internet. I can download an 80 gigabyte game in like 10 minutes. You know, I go make a coffee, and by the time I get back, the game's done downloading. So, I don't like getting up and putting my disc in my game or in my thing. The biggest thing that's ever happened to most of the console systems that I've ever had is the game drive breaks. So there's that. Because, you know, it's spinning a fucking disc at 100 mile an hour. It's the only piece that's got real hardware that's moving anymore, especially in the PS5 because it's SSD. So, like, there's barely any moving parts in an SSD. So basically nothing moving except for the fan in that thing now because I never use the disk drive. It's going to last longer. And I don't have to get out and put my disc in every time I want to play a fucking game. That's the dumbest shit in the world. I don't know how we did it for 30 years. Oh my god. It blows my mind. I love just being able to click on the game and it opens. Isn't that nice? Don't have to get up and do anything.
There's a difference between downloading a game that you own, own the software for, or that you have a license that says that you can have the game whenever you want it to play it, right? Yeah. And the game being a subscription where
I feel
you got to pay for it month over month.
I understand what you're saying, but I honestly I feel like that what they said doesn't only. Maybe I'm totally wrong and off base. I didn't listen to the whole article, but when I read that on Twitter, I took it as all digital content because it could all technically be taken away from you at any time because we're only leasing it. Well, yeah. We don't own any of the content.
No. It's all just licensed.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I got when I heard that. So maybe I misinterpreted it. Yeah, I don't want to move all my gaming to subscription services at all, but I am definitely sticking on the digital bandwagon. If they weren't talking about digital, then yeah, I think he's an absolute moron for saying that. Sony's not going to go that way for a long, long time. I mean, Ubisoft has their Ubisoft Plus or whatever it is, but maybe it's doing better than I thought than we think it is. Maybe it's doing really well, so they're like, oh, let's get everyone over here. But
listen, Ubisoft doesn't necessarily make decisions because stuff's going well. Can we all remember the Ubisoft NFT plan? All right.
Oh, jeez.
they were just hopping on a bandwagon. That's it. Everybody does that all the time. Just this week, you saw the Halo Battle Royale was canceled. Why? Because it's been 4 years since Battle Royales were relevant. But they made that decision back then when it was the biggest thing on the market, and that's why all of the shitty, janky battle royales were so successful, because they came out during the time that it was popular. Mm-hmm. Now it's not popular anymore. They see Call of Duty being beaten by Hogwarts Legacy, and Xbox is like, pull out. Nobody wants this shit anymore. Get rid of it. So, first time Call of Duty wasn't a top-selling game of the year in like a decade, right? So
Yeah.
So Prince of Persia, huh?
yeah. Well, I brought that up because I'm gonna give it a try. I love Metroidvanias. Metroid Dread was incredible. I love most of the 2D Metroid games. The Castlevania games are great. And basically, whenever you hear that style game, if you don't know what a Metroidvania is, imagine a 2D side scroller where basically you move, you combat, you fight, you do puzzles, but essentially as you unlock things, you can go back to the areas you were in before and unlock new places to go and new rewards and new bonuses and upgrades and stuff. So that's kind of like the basic concept of a Metroidvania, if you have no idea, audience, what I'm talking about. So that's essentially what this is. It's 2D Prince of Persia game. I've heard a little bit about it. People now attribute Prince of Persia and like Time Rewind together, just because like the trilogy that was on the GameCube era of games.
I played the original Prince of Persia. I remember.
Okay, those three trilogies. That wasn't the original Prince of Persia, by the way, but that trilogy focused on the Sands of Time. Anyway, so. They did add a little bit of that into this game, just so it wasn't such a jarring removal of the mechanic, because I think people were still really obsessed with the concept. Because everybody attributes it to like Prince of Persia. That's like, oh, you can rewind time. But from what I hear, it's not like the main mechanic like it always was before. Can you rewind time in like the Prince of Persia like reboot that came out and like?
I don't know.
Played it. I'm just wondering. There was a game. It was a different like art style, but it was still 3D. It did came out. It was a different prince. I played it. I can't remember if you could rewind time though. Huh. If anyone knows, let me know. I think it was it came out near the ass end of the PS3 generation or the beginning of the PS4. It was a while ago now. I think it was a good game. I don't remember. But it was one of those games that you had to play the DLC to get the whole story. Fucking Ubisoft. Like, the story didn't end at the end of the game. And then you had to pay extra $10 and then they finished the story. Yeah, it was a big controversy. Tisk. Alright, we've talked about lots of video games, amazing games, some games coming out. Prince of Persia, Palworld, a new controversial game coming out this week, The Last of Us 2 Remastered. That's just, it's real funny to watch Sony and Xbox, or Sony ponies and Xbox go at it on Twitter all fucking day long. It's so stupid but amusing. And then this just brings them out because, you know, Xbox are like, why this game looks exactly the same as it did on the PlayStation 4. Why would you buy it? Yada yada yada. Blah 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 blah. And then the Sony people are just, you know, they're like, oh no, it looks complete. Let's be fair. They'll say it looks amazing. and it looks better, and yada yada, and blah blah blah. But to be fair, it looks absolutely the same. Okay. Secondly, it's a $10 upgrade if you already bought the game, which, to get it on the upgraded platform, probably runs smoother. It maybe even runs at a higher frame per second. I don't know for sure. And there's extra content. They're doing a roguelite mode. There's extra levels that were cut from the original game. And there's some other stuff. So $10, yeah, absolutely. All on board. Let's go. Higher frame rate, a couple extra game modes. All right. But what people keep bringing up and complaining about is that this remaster, if you don't have the original PlayStation 4 game and you buy this game, it's $50. And that is blowing people's minds. And I'm so confused as to why. You've never played this game before, okay? Why? Like, it should be full price to me. And they can't get over the fact that it's like it's $50 instead of 70. Like, am I crazy here? I mean, they're re-releasing it on the new system generation. Like, Nintendo does that for fucking Mario 64 every goddamn generation, and they charge like full price for it. Like, I know I'm being ridiculous. They don't actually, but they release it every generation and charge a whole amount for it. This was just last generation. They upgraded it, higher frame rate, extra modes, and they're releasing it for $50 if you've never had the original, and only $10 if you did. Is Sony being greedy here? Am I insane? Like, should the game with no upgrade path be cheaper than $50?
No.
I don't think it should be. But
yeah,
they're getting a lot of criticism for it.
Yeah. For me, it's you've got all these upgrades, like extra game modes, all that stuff. It's an entirely different game at this point. It's completely different from what you're seeing on the old console.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far for this remaster just because it's not like it's not a very physical upgrade. That maybe they added some ray tracing, maybe they added some frame rate, they added the game mode plus a couple extra levels. So it's not a completely new, but I still think if I own the game, $10 upgrade is reasonable to get to the next platform. And if I never played the game, never owned the game, and I'm buying it for the first time, and I'm going to enjoy it for the first time, and it's a PlayStation 5 game, and it's Sony first party, and I'm getting it for $50. Like, just because the game actually released a couple years ago doesn't mean it should be like $20. I don't know what people are thinking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously, if it was released like 10 years ago, I would expect a pretty decent. Or even 5 years ago, I'd expect a small price drop. But $50 on a new console makes sense to me.
Well, but if the thing is, if it was 5 years ago or 10 years ago, like you just said, it would just be a straight up remake, not a remaster. Which is what they just did with The Last of Us Part 1. They remade it, put it on PlayStation 5, and charged full price for it. Yeah. And this one's a remaster, and they're only charging 70% of the original price. And then 10% of the original price for people that own it already. So, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Listen, man, we live in an environment where everything video game companies do is scummy, money-grubbing, evil capitalism, whatever. That's the narrative that's out there, all right? Just is what it is.
That bothers me.
Cranky bitches.
Why is everyone so...
At least the ones that are vocal on the socials.
Why is everyone so cranky, man?
I don't know. People are still going off about the Season of the Undying skins that Bungie re-released being $15 a piece. Like, there's still new threads on the Bungie forums today about it. They're not even available anymore.
Didn't they leave on Tuesday?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
People are still getting all pissed off about it. So I
don't know,
man.
You didn't play. That's your fault. It ain't mine. I played during Season of the Undying. I already have all that armor. Get fucked, losers. I think $15 might be a little much for something that already existed in the game. If they had to port it or something, because of the new stuff, like if they actually had to do work to get it back into the game, I could understand them paying, doing a small fee for it. But I actually I can get on board with 15 being too much, because back in the day, it only cost us $10 to get Undying. We got all that content and all that armor. So why is it $15 now?
You got armor that was supposed to be you had to be there kind of thing. Now they're just making it available if you want to get it. The people it sucks for are the people that were trying to play at the time but weren't able to finish all of it. Those people, I can understand why that might be a little salty about it, because they paid $10 to get at that stuff before and weren't able to finish it or whatever. Now having to pay $15 for it, I can get a little irritation at that. But
Yeah.
everybody else, I don't.
I mean, sure,
It's cosmetic. I'll buy it if you don't like it. Easy peasy.
In reality, though, like, you can get to level 100 in like 3 days. You had 3 months. Just saying. What could you have possibly been doing that kept you that busy?
Not AFK farming. Smile.
Could you AFK farm back in Undying? I didn't know when it
Yeah,
started.
you
Oh yeah.
could AFK on the moon for a long time.
Oh man, I wish I knew that before. You want to know something funny?
Yeah.
I only made it to level 97 on Season of the Dawn,
What a loser.
and I didn't.
Wait,
I didn't sit.
I didn't even play Season of the Dawn.
Oh, I didn't even sit down to finish it. It triggers me every time I look at my seasonal levels that it's not 100. What was the exotic that season?
I don't know, but you missed out on something.
Yeah. Season, and probably Sparrow. Season of the Dawn exotic. Let's find out. Season of the Dawn exotic. Why is
You're
it?
not experiencing the fear of missing out. You're experiencing the regret of missing out.
Symmetry. All right, we're good. No one
Oh
cares.
yeah. Yeah. Symmetry.
Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, Symmetry, Season Pass Unlock, and then there was Devil's Ruin Exotic Quest. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, and Bastion Exotic Quest. Wait, what? And then there's all these exotic armor. You guys remember when we used to get exotic armors for every season? Fuck you, Bungie. You're such... I hate you so goddamn much.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, I fucking hate it. What was it, the second season or third season of Witch Queen that they stopped doing that? And I was like, what the fuck? I defend you so goddamn much and you can't even make fucking 3 pieces of armor in 3 months?
All that dick riding you do. That
Oh, I
bungo
fucking
dick
hate
riding
them.
you
It's
do.
all a show. It's all a show. We all know it.
And here they are, just not using the lube while they fuck you. And not giving you any
Oh,
exotic armor.
bro, I fucking
What a bunch of bitches.
I legitimately hate the fact that they don't do a new exotics every season anymore. It's really frustrating to me. Like it can't be that hard. Like how many people do you have working at that company? Like there's no way that there's an artist that's sitting there that cannot come up with three armors and design them, 1 per month, and then have one fucking dipshit design what the exotic is going to do. Like, how many people does it take to do that stuff? It can't take that many people. I know for a fact that it doesn't take that long to design and model a piece of armor. I literally took 3D modeling in college. I know how long it takes. It does not take that long. It just... Design it and build it. In a week. Easily. Alright. So you put 2 people on that job. One person does what it does in game. You know, figure out. One person design and makes it. Easy.
Oh well, then you need a third person for testing.
That all gets outsourced now.
I know.
Well, we don't need that. We take what we made and we give it to them. They outsource test it and then say it works and send it back. Easy peasy. And then I can go work on something else in the meantime. Okay. But what happens is they have 800 employees, and they can't come up with a new Iron Banner set every season. They can't even come up with a new Iron Banner set every fucking year. Then they come up with this seasonal armor. They do. They come up with 15 pieces of seasonal fucking armor, which always suck. And they can't come up with 3 exotics. 3 exotics. But 15 legendary. 15 shitty, boring ass legendary. Anyway, whatever. You get the point. Yeah, I get mad at them sometimes too. Let's put it that way. Anyway, this just reminded me as I was scrolling down and saw that we got 2 exotic quests during Dawn. We got Symmetry, and we got 3 exotic armors. And if anyone remembers, it's when we had that crazy community fucking giant maze puzzle thing. That was during Dawn, right? That would have been awkward if it's not.
Yes.
That was the Sundial season, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The giant fucking maze sundial nonsense that brought the whole community together, super close, and had some fun the first time since the Forge, Niobe Labs thing that happened years before. And then they've never done it again because they're idiots. They're idiotic, stupid human beings that don't know anything. Sorry.
You know, and this is why AGreeNer will, in the next breath, wonder why he hasn't gotten any kind of feature on Games that Give.
No, they don't watch this shit. They don't give a fuck.
These whole bunch of stupid fucking idiots. They don't know how to design a game or pick people to feature on their fucking charity bullshit.
Listen, I barely ever complain about Bungie on this podcast. This may, in fact, be one of the first times. Okay, so maybe I'm just salty that Bungie Foundation didn't pick me to be featured. I wanted some of those fucking emblems, and that's the only way to get them, and that makes me sad that I didn't. Whatever. I get mad. They keep pulling stuff away. Can we have Luke Smith back, please? Jesus. Everyone fucking hated him, but the game was better under him. But the funny thing about it is, you ask any of the people that got let go from Bungie last year, is all of them love Joe. They're like, he was great. So was Luke like running people like into the ground, and that's why the game was as good as it was? And
no,
now
Luke was just an idiot.
Now, yeah, you can say that, but look how much better the game was when he was in charge. It's gone downhill since. We don't get any of those community events anymore. We don't get any of that. We don't get the live event stuff. I know, as dumb as and boring as Almighty was, it was really cool. It brought people together. How
much of that comes down to things like, I don't know, budget that, you know, the lead developer doesn't really have anything to do with, right?
You can say that, but I mean, sure,
right?
Absolutely. But think about it. Think about it in this instance, like. Bungie hasn't let people go. The first time they let people go that we got any news about it was this year. Okay. So they had the same amount of people working on it during Forsaken as they did during Shadowkeep.
We don't know that that's the case. We don't know if they hired a bunch of people during COVID like everybody else did, and this was just a post-COVID adjustment. That's what a lot of the layoffs that have happened this year were about. It was companies that were overstaffed because of COVID. And when when people started going back out into the world, engagement with everything from streaming, this is why part of why Twitch had a big layoff, I'll bet you, to gaming, to everything else you do at home has had a turnaround. And I see just the opposite in like my professional world. We're seeing upticks in sales at restaurants that had tanked, right? And so staffing's changing, even in companies like mine.
Oh yeah, for sure. I absolutely understand it. That's good. But I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe the budget has just dramatically dropped. But where are those people? Where are those people then? The people that they were spending budget on during Shadowkeep? Are they the people making Marathon? Because we were told that Destiny wasn't going to suffer when Marathon development started.
Yeah, we were.
So
told
they
that
just
by
lied.
Some PR generated message, probably.
All right, so they lied. Okay. Well, either way, it was either the game director or it was the budget. So I don't know which one to blame. But all I can do is tell you is the game was in better shape when someone else was in charge. That's the only evidence I have. If somebody shows me the budget that year and then this year, and it's significantly different, then I'll hop on that train. But
If you go back and look at social media sentiment back then, you're going to see that there were a lot of angry people on social media bitching about the game even back then.
oh, I know. But I'm looking at the game now, and I'm looking at the game then, and it was much better then than it is now.
Was it?
Oh, absolutely. In my opinion, there was way more stuff to do every season. There was way more, The perfect example is the exotic armors. Like, where'd they just go? And then back in the ritual weapon days, that was way better than the shit that we get now. The shit we get now is garbage, and they're not even good. None of them are ever any good. They're not worth it.
Well, I think you're looking back at that stuff with
rose-tinted glasses.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I like my exotics, thanks.
I think stuff was good back then, but stuff also came out way overtuned, and you wound up with things like, I don't know, Recluse and Mountaintop that should have never, and Luna's Howl, which should have never been implemented in the fashion that they were.
Nah, fuck. Luna's Howl and Not Forgotten were awesome.
And became de facto choices for their activities for more than a year, for 2 years for some of those guns.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that, though.
That's
I had them.
That's not good. I had them too. That's not good. It's not good design, in my opinion, for longevity of a game that's a looter shooter. Like, if you're not always introducing new loot and making new loot the best loot, then what is the point?
The power creep wasn't strong enough. It is now. Like, Recluse and Mountaintop wouldn't be useful anymore. So
Recluse, with its original perk, wouldn't be useful anymore.
No, probably not.
It
Not
would
with
be
all the
broken.
new origin perks and all the new perks that have been coming out. I still think there's stronger SMGs than that. Absolutely. But they nerfed the weakness or whatever the shit it was that would always give you precision shots long before they got rid of the gun anyway.
That is true.
And that's what made it the strongest.
There's a reason why when the 3.0 classes started coming out, that every SMG was being hyped as the new Recluse, right? All right, that's all I gotta. That's all I really gotta say about that.
Okay.
And
that's
as
fine.
far as Luna's Howl, listen, PvP sweats have been trying to get back to that meta ever since it went away. I am glad it went away, and I hope it never comes
Okay,
back.
I gotta ask. You keep saying Luna's
Not
Howl, but
ever.
Not Forgotten was better.
Well, I didn't have a Not Forgotten. I had a Luna's Howl.
Oh,
But
okay.
Luna's Howl, Not Forgotten were both super overtuned chain killing machines that should have never existed in their form in the PvP sandbox. Not ever. And no hand cannon should ever perform like they did ever again.
I kind of want my 2-tap hand cannons back.
Nope.
Why?
It's bad for the game.
Whatever. People complain less about Crucible back then than they do now.
Well, that's because the entire PvP team works on Marathon now, so, what are you gonna do? And every time they bring us something new, it's like, here's Disjunction, here's Multiplex.
Yeah, what is that's another thing too. Like,
Here's fucking Citadel.
No, but I was just complaining about, that stuff, and we get what, a map a year? Like a new map a year? And then you look at games like Halo that are dropping like fucking map packs with like 12
We
maps
don't
in
even
them.
get a map a year. We have gotten less than a map a year for quite some time. It's only recently that they started increasing the number of maps we get. And when the map pack comes out, that's gonna just be 3 more maps. Just 3.
Yeah, what are we? What's like? Yeah, stop giving these guys money, dog.
After the final shape.
Yeah, after the final shape.
Yeah, after final shape.
That's when they're gonna come out with Destiny 3 though, and then we're just all gonna buy it.
Their first set of chapters after final shape is gonna be when they try to introduce a new subclass. They're not going to give it to us in the final shape or the chapters that have to do with the final shape because they're going to try to stretch that story out over that whole year.
No, they're not.
And then the next year, that's when they're going to release the new subclass to hopefully retain some more players.
No, I don't believe that.
That's my bet.
Okay, if they have any brain in that head of theirs at all, they are going to start over after the 3, whatever the shit those things are called.
Episodes
At the end of the final shape. And if they don't, they're just going to drive this game into the ground.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen.
Idiots.
I think like there are some games that have done great with player retention, especially when they aren't constantly making a brand new game in a brand new sandbox. Like think World of Warcraft, right? Like they've kept that game going for how many years now, and it's still got a really good player base. Bungie's trying to do that here.
Not only does World of Warcraft have a good player base, but the re-release of classic World of Warcraft, let's just go back to the beginning without all the bullshit, also has a lot of players.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
Yeah, and it's insane, and you can clearly see like Bungie's in a way trying to do that here, but they're doing it in the wrong way.
They should just release Destiny 2 Classic. We'll go back and we'll go back and play double primary, Prestige Leviathan and Red War, and we'll love it.
Please, yes. Like I want them to bring back everything from.
The problem is they're going to try to charge us.
Older.
They're going to try to charge you for it, which Activision never did. They just released it. And if you already had a subscription to World of Warcraft, then you could just play Classic.
Listen, I thought about getting back into World of Warcraft, and then I went to watch some streamers play it, and I was like, why do I want to play this Unreal Engine 1 looking piece of shit right now?
It's true, though.
Right?
It does look dated for sure. Absolutely. Anyway, it is what it is.
Would you still be interested in a Destiny 3 if it was a hard reset?
Yes.
Lost all your shit again?
Absolutely. I would start over if they released a new fucking game that wasn't garbage.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah. New engine, new everything, start over, get rid of all this shit.
I might be a little salty about any paid armor transmog I lost, but I'd get over it.
Yeah. Honestly, the only thing I want, which I think that Bungie did good when they did Destiny 1 to Destiny 2, is just keep what lore you got when you played on your character and keep it forward going into the next game. That's all I want.
Yeah, fuck do you care about lore?
Or specifically like what your character has experienced, right? Kind of like how Mass Effect does it.
AGreeNer, some of us like the lore. Hate to tell you.
Yeah, but you can just
shock you.
I know, but you guys know the lore. Like, what does it matter if you read a book, or if you can still read the book? Just go buy the physical versions of them off the Bungie store.
Yeah. Well, first of all, some of us don't have the money for that. Second of all, I'm not talking about like the actual like lore books and whatnot. I'm talking about like the.
I was there.
Yeah, like I was there. I experienced this kind of like. Again, they were like my young wolf, or Saladin's young wolf, when you came across Shaxx in the tower as it was burning to the ground, like that kind of stuff. I want to see back in the game.
I want to continue my character as it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
exactly.
Aren't we the same Guardian in Destiny 2 as we were in Destiny 1? What do you mean?
We are. That's why it's good, and that's what we're talking about. We want for Destiny 3.
Oh, well, I could care less. Let's be a new Guardian. Fuck, who gives a shit? Let's kill this one. We die right now. Our Guardians all die battling the Witness for the final shape. And in Destiny 3, you're a brand new one, just waking up in the Cosmodrome, just like we did in Destiny 1.
No, the best thing would be...
No, he says no.
No.
The best thing is we leave this solar system, We go to another.
We leave the solar system, and we can't take our shit with us.
No.
Game
We
starts
just
over.
we absolutely no. We don't physically leave the solar system. What happens is Destiny 3 launches, and it's a completely different solar system, whether it be in the future or the past, that the Traveler visited, and basically it's the same story, but with a different race. Let's go, baby. Not the
Bungie.
same story, but the essential,
Bungie.
the light, and the power.
To AGreeNer.
Listen,
He has terrible ideas about Destiny.
No. Listen, imagine going to like 600 years into the future after all this light and dark bullshit. The Travelers moved on to a different solar system with different races. It's all this stuff, and basically you're starting off, and there's some sort of a dark age that's always brought on by the fucking Traveler, and then you're learning what happened, in the Traveler's past as you're fighting a new and evil enemy, and we're some fucking lizard people. I don't care. Like, wouldn't that'd be awesome? All right. No more exos, no more blue people, no more humans. Let's go. I'm down.
All I'm hearing is AGreeNer is racist against blue people and exos.
Yeah.
I said no more humans too. Like,
Yeah, let's just go to Tor Bottle. Let's go there. I want to liberate that planet.
where is that? Where is that? Yeah, that's in a different
I don't
solar
know.
system, isn't it?
Yeah, it would be in a different solar system, but still, that would be awesome to go and do. Like, there's so much lore in Destiny that I would love for us to go to these different places. Like,
Yes, with our
let's go
existing
to wherever
characters.
the fuck the Awoken come from. I can't remember the name of it, but let's go there.
Wait, I thought I read lore about Awoken. Weren't they just
We
like
can go,
created?
We can go to the Dreaming
Yeah,
City.
yeah.
So
They fell into a black hole created by a fight between the light and darkness.
Yeah.
During the collapse. Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Well, they didn't go. They weren't. They just fell in a black hole. It spit them back out, and they were blue. Easy.
Yeah, well,
Lore
not
Lore
quite as
figured it.
easy. Not quite as easy as that.
It
but
could
yes.
be. I hope that's the real
General
lore.
idea.
What
I hope
am I
Bungie's
doing
just like, yeah.
right now?
What?
Holy shit.
Are you all right?
No, you're hurting my brain. Can we get into the twit already? Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Let's go into the twid.
I just don't get why anyone cares. It's a garbage storyline. I'm triggering.
AGreeNer just
everybody.
wants us to go to a new universe and be resurrected as big titty, cel shaded anime goth girls. That's all he wants.
$10
Fucking
says
weirdo.
if I made that game, it would be more successful than Destiny.
But you're only willing to gamble $10 on it? All right, smart guy. All right, twid.
Not boring.
Oh wait, are we gonna talk about the finale? Except it's not actually the finale.
Well, the finale.
Ready
There's
to-
a little finale photo here.
Yeah.
Wait,
We
why?
still have the actual finale coming up, like all seasons.
Why isn't this showing? It's not showing me when I scroll.
Oh, that's awkward.
Oh wait, it's a different. I have two different ones open. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I meant to show you
Skeleton.
this. This talks about the finale. All right. This week in Destiny, everybody. January 18th, 2024, the first one of the year. Whatever. I don't fucking care. All right. This week in Destiny, we are back. Missed us much? No. Fuck you. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so they talk about new Season of the Wish content incoming. All right. I wouldn't call it Season of the Wish content, but whatever. It's Season of the Delay content coming. Glimmer capacity increase. That's sexy. But I was told today that I'm a terrible person for thinking that it's good. I'll get into that in a minute. Character customization. Very cool. Also told yesterday that I suck for thinking that it's cool that they added to the game now and not 6 years ago. It's awesome being on the internet sometimes. Fucking bullshit.
Both can be true at the same time. It can be
Both
good
can
and also
be true
suck
at
that
the
it
same
hasn't
time.
been here. But,
All
what
I
the
said
fuck?
about the Glimmer. Okay, listen. All right, here's the Glimmer. We'll tell you right now. We're getting an increase to 500,000. Okay, so right now we have 250,000. All right, so that's double. All right, so one of the chats today in our Discord, somebody said, "Oh, I heard we're getting a Glimmer increase," and the other person said, "Yeah, it's not much." And I said it's literally double. What do you mean it's not much? And he went on a rant and told me, let me tell you, it wasn't that big a rant, but basically it said it's pathetic. The game should have been in there, and anyone who thinks otherwise is fucking delusional. I was like,
Was
First-
this a clan member?
he was
Name
an
them.
officer actually.
Oh yeah, name them.
Who
Who was it?
Reaper's officer.
Oh.
I forget his name. I don't know who he is because he doesn't do anything. So.
I'd say shots fired, but he's probably not watching.
He's definitely not watching. There's a reason that Reapers is the most inactive clan in the community.
Good lord.
What?
Shots fucking fired.
I don't like when people fucking are mean to me for no reason, so I'm gonna fucking tell the truth. I didn't do anything wrong. All I said is it was double. What do you mean? And I got called delusional. Me.
Well, you know, at least you didn't come at him like a typical Discord admin, alright?
Yeah, just ban him.
Yeah. Yep.
Actually.
Alright.
Alright, yeah, nobody's ever gonna see it. Now that I say that, someone will clip it, send it to him. The cap was originally 100K. Can't please everyone, I guess. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, it was originally 100K, and then they increased it to 250, and now 500. But because it wasn't in the game 6 years ago, Devil, Bungie sucks. All right?
Stop reading the chat.
Nope.
Yep, don't reach out.
I looked at it once. All right, whatever. Okay, let's keep going. Then we get to vote for the next Festival of the Lost sets. We talked about that a little bit in the pre-show, but we'll quickly go over it again during the podcast itself. Did you play the newest exotic mission? Yes, of course we all did. I did not get the last catalyst yet, though. We'll get there. They turned Riven into a plushie. Game to Give has started, and it turns 5 years old this year, and it's awesome. New Prime Gaming drop, and some other shit no one cares about. All right.
Let's go. Let's dive in.
Yeah. What's this? The Tyrannus cinematic. Okay. First of all, who? Okay. Do we like the Tyrannus lore? I do personally. It's one of the few things that I'm interested in. I like to see the fucking the little wish dragons acting like cute little puppy dogs, playing on the trees and railing each other. It's a good time. Like, you guys ever think of any of the wish dragons ever acting like that? I didn't.
Somebody in chat, I need you to clip that section right now, please.
Why?
Just clip it so I can get a soundbite out of it. Link the clip in chat so I can get the wave off of it and make some alerts out of it. Thank you.
I gotta add those other alerts too.
Jesus.
Anyway, all right. So yeah, I liked it a lot. I thought it was very interesting. I didn't even know. Did we even know who Tyrannus was before this?
No, we did not.
Nuh-uh.
So we learned
didn't know
about
any of
him
the names.
and that he was Riven's fuck toy.
We didn't have a ton of lore on the Ahamkara other than the Wish Dragons and the basics of the hunt.
Yeah.
Where we killed them. Well,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
Shaxx killed the fuck out of them.
There it is, wrecked.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. good.
How did Shaxx kill all the fucking wish dragons? Did he have help?
Shaxx didn't do it.
Oh, I thought
He didn't kill all of them. He killed a number of them for sure.
How
but
could he
didn't
kill
all
any of them?
That's what he's known for.
I know, but why didn't they
There's-
just wish for Shaxx to explode? End of story.
They can't make wishes themselves.
Yeah.
Somebody else has to make a
Okay,
wish.
I
But
wish
that-
that my
that's how
dragon
Tyrannus died.
buddy right beside me will eat that red man with a helmet on.
It's not.
Unfortunately, that's not how it works.
Not how it works, Greener.
Yeah.
They have rules for their paracausal
Yeah.
abilities, my friend.
Okay, so they can't like I can wish for something, and as a dragon, they can make that wish come true. But if my friend dragon makes a wish, I can't make his wish come true. That's stupid. Stupid rules. Fuck you, Bungie. Dumb.
Yeah.
You just said you liked the lore, you son of a bitch.
I like Tyrannus lore, and I like Imagine Riven being like a little sex machine. But I don't care. I don't care for this little lore dog or the Wish lore.
Yeah. Well, so here's the thing, right? Wish dragons can technically use wish magic. However, it comes at an extreme cost for them, as we learn in Tyrannus's.
Yeah. Tyrannus wished for something and he died. Okay, so one of the wish dragons couldn't just wish for Shax and anybody that was hunting him down to fucking get blown into a black hole, and then
They would have died anyways.
They would have sacrificed their life for the rest of their race. Okay, wow, they sound like shitty people. Then maybe they deserve to be genocided.
Wish dragons are shitty people that AGreeNer wants to watch fuck. That's what we've learned tonight.
Stop focusing on it. I just meant it's interesting to think of them as a being that thinks about that type of stuff. I know I put it more vulgar than that, but it was an interesting concept because I never really imagined or thought of Riven that way at any time during my Destiny career. But seeing the fact that she was in love, she had a relationship, she was making her baby eggs, and it wasn't just out of like pure need to spread your seed or whatever you want to call it. It was that, they were in love and they were making a family. It's a really interesting in comparison to just imagining this giant fucking weird thing inside of the Last Wish raid that I didn't know anything about, and that I'm just killing because it cursed the Dreaming City. So yeah, absolutely. That's interesting to me.
I think it's Bungie's. I think the reason that what like you just said ultimately is it's Bungie's fault for not including more of the lore in the game. If they included much more of the lore in the cinematics and stuff like this, a lot of this stuff would make more coherent sense and be more cool, frankly. But it's not.
It's because people give them all this credit for like having this big story like written out, when in reality they're making it up every month as they go.
I mean, but Destiny has good lore from a reading perspective. It's just so disjointed and hard to put together in a coherent story. The reason the lore sucks, obviously, is because most of it is text that you have to go read. You can't get it directly in the game, or there's the lore cards you can get in the game, but I don't know if anybody's spent time reading lore cards directly in the game. It's a miserable experience. But it's also not all in order. Like, the little sections of lore cards are in order, and you can read those, but they connect to other sections of lore. And unless you know how they connect, it's hard to get a coherent lore experience out of it, and it sucks. It's the worst thing about Destiny storytelling, in my opinion. I wish more of it was in even these simple cinematics, personally. I don't need fully realized CGI 3D rendered cinematics all the time. This stuff they've been doing as interludes to missions we're doing is great. I wish they did more of it. But because I think almost all of these black and white cutscenes they've given us, almost all of them have been bangers.
They have been. They've been really good. One of them we got was the fucking origin of the witness. The other one, is this thing. What else have we gotten in black and white? There's other stuff.
If I ask you about Season of the Splicer cinematics, is the first thing that comes to mind the story about how the Fallen saw Shax and him in his demon armor dragging that Fallen back into his bubble? Or is it the fight with the Vex at the end that was poorly 3D, poorly animated in the engine?
Well, I still like that fight, but yes, I do remember the Shax horror story.
Yeah.
And it was really good, yeah. I was totally cool with the fight, though. Just because Amanda was in it. And she was cool. Now she's dead because Bungie sucks and doesn't know how to storytell.
Yeah. She's toasty.
You know what? I'd be fine with her dying. But man, did they ever kill her bad. One of the most badass characters in the game, she just stand there and get blown up. Fuck.
Yeah.
All right, so speaking of storytelling, what did you think of the end of the story we got that isn't actually the finale?
There was a cute little moment between Mara and Crow that I kind of liked. Like, she genuinely seemed worried. about his well-being. Which, you know, again, I've never really thought of Mara as somebody that, you know, cares about her family. Yeah, at least as long as I've been in Destiny, or at least cares too much about Crow. I know she's done things and whatnot to show that she actually does care, but she doesn't seem to show a lot of emotion. So it's definitely a different side of her. I never got to see her in Destiny 1, so please don't judge me if she's a completely different character in D1 before she dies. I know she doesn't die, but you know what I mean. Before she gets blown up in the fucking fight against... fucking what's his name?
Orcs. Yeah.
Orcs, yeah.
Or she's taken, technically.
Yeah. And then she's ends up on a throne and then comes back in Destiny 2, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so my first introduction to her is in her little throne world place in the Dreaming City during after the campaign of Forsaken. So
Well, listen.
and since then she has not been a warm person. Let's put it that way.
The very
She
first
never
thing that
has
came to the very first thing that came to mind to me when I saw the last mission quote cinematic and listened to the audio track is, "We are going to make it into the Traveler by the power of, hey step sis, I'm stuck. Please help."
Oh shit.
Yeah, no.
That would have been
Anyway.
Oh man, they should have done that. They should have made it he walks through that physical portal right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't walk. He takes a step back and runs and jumps.
Okay, could you imagine he just got like his upper portion of the body got stuck? And his
all of a
legs and
sudden-
ass are just
All of a
sticking out of the
sudden, Pornhub
portal.
music starts playing.
Oh man, Bungie, you missed a huge opportunity there.
Oh, I bet if you went to the right website, that opportunity wasn't missed.
Yeah, but could
Anyway.
you imagine if they put that in the game just for a split second, and then he goes through the rest of the portal? But the just that's enough to get the community on your side for like a week at least a week. Wouldn't that be nice?
Dunk, what'd you think of the finale?
You know, again, I've always been a fan of like lore and story and whatnot. That being said, again, we got it spoiled for us like 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I can't really say I'm surprised by the finale. And honestly, it makes sense in its own weird way.
Well, yeah.
To send
actually.
Crow through.
Wait a minute. What do you mean? What do you mean? It
Like
makes
sending
sense?
Crow through. Like
Why
it
does that?
makes
Why does that
sense.
make sense?
Well, they
I
actually
mean, if
explained
we've-
it.
Yeah, they explained it. Like we've known.
I understand they explain it, but tell me
Yeah.
why. Tell me why to you it makes sense.
Well, we've known for a while now that Crow or rather, Uldren Sov and Mara had this connection, right? That very much transcends what we know.
Yeah,
Like-
sure.
Like we've known that for a while. So to hypothetically think that sending Crow through, he'll still be able to have that connection with Mara, it makes sense. I mean,
Yeah, all right, I get that.
Yeah.
Here's the part that they lose me on.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they knew what the fucking veil was, and they still don't know what the fucking veil is, and we don't know what the fucking veil
Yes.
is. But
I agree.
somehow it's a fucking like Destiny version of the Bifrost that's gonna connect her strap onto his ass and get us through the portal. All right.
yeah.
Why are
Honestly,
you obsessed with the brother and sister having sex? All right, chillax.
I mean,
dog.
listen, these two are definitely boning and always have been.
They have never had sex because Crow doesn't have a penis because he's a terrible human being.
They have super
And that meatball
Lannister vibes.
ate
Super Lannister vibes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There
I
ain't
mean,
no way someone that would be sexually attracted to someone like Shaxx would be banging someone like Uldren. Just not happening. I don't care. Because that is one real piece of man meat versus a fucking worm in the dirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no, I totally agree when it comes to the Veil. Not to get off this fantastic topic, but yeah, no, the Veil, honestly, they should have never introduced the Veil. Just because they've never explained it in any sort of good detail.
They don't have to. Listen, Osiris.
Yeah.
Osiris has been studying it for 8 months. That's all we need to know. He's doing his thing. He knows how it works. Okay, we don't need to know how it works. Yeah, well, he's going to be the one that turns it on and connects the portals. So get used to it.
But still, it's just like it's been almost a year now. It's been 10 months, 11 months since Lightfall dropped, and we still don't know what the Veil is.
I mean,
Like,
did
did
you do all the
Give
Veil?
us something.
Did you do all the Veil containment
Yes.
missions? All of them?
Yes.
And you don't
All
know
of
what
them.
it is? I understand what it is.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you do, huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Go
Please.
back.
Want to explain that to Bungie?
First,
Enlighten us, Greener.
What do you mean?
No. You tell us.
Go back
Tell
and
us.
go back and watch the cutscene about where they explain what the fucking Veil is.
They
No.
don't though.
They do.
Listen.
They explain what the Veil is just as much as we know what the Traveler is. So who gives a shit?
My name is Greener. Please explain
Bro,
the lore.
listen.
to me, Daddy.
The Traveler has been in this game for 10 years and nobody knows what the fuck it is. Why is everybody so built up on the goddamn Veil? Because they don't know what it is. It's the opposite of the Traveler. That's all you need to know. It doesn't matter.
What is the opposite of the Traveler?
I don't know, because nobody knows what the fucking Traveler is, so who cares?
We don't know what the Traveler is, but we do know what the Traveler does.
Oh, what does the Traveler do? Enlighten me what he does other than bring dead people back to life.
Well, more than that, provides life to a otherwise dead universe.
That the Traveler creates life and institutes chaos. It's an agent of chaos in the universe.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the fucking Veil is what institutes death. Who cares? There, problem solved.
All right.
No, it's
Let's just move on.
Yep.
Let's just move on.
Well, what's
Agree
what,
to disagree.
Thank you, Greener, for that explanation.
No, I do have to ask. Okay, so you say in the universe, the Traveler creates life in the universe. Okay.
Yes.
How the fuck did the Traveler and the Veil get in the same solar system in an infinitely large universe? It's so stupid.
The Witness originally had the Veil, as I recall from my lore. The lore. Of
Yeah, they dug it up.
Witness.
Oh, well, no, they dug up the
Yeah.
Traveler. Then they found the Veil.
Yeah, and then they tried to bring the Veil to the Traveler to connect it,
Mm-hmm.
but the Traveler fled.
He didn't like
And so
that.
they still had. Yeah, he didn't like that, so he starts going after the Traveler, trying to find it,
So he went to Earth.
trying to capture it.
Yeah.
And so eventually the Traveler gets to Earth. Witch Queen tricks the Witness into thinking that the Traveler got destroyed, and also in that time steals away the Veil and hides it on Neomuna.
Wow, the Witness is a fucking idiot.
Yeah, Witness really is. But then again, Savathun is the hive god of trickery and lies.
Yeah,
so,
and us humans
Boys.
have tricked her and killed her
Boys.
because like she
Boys,
can't be
boys,
that
boys,
good
boys,
at it.
Boys. You're talking about what happened to the Traveler and the Veil, but I'm not hearing any definitions about what anything is.
One's life, one's death. Chill. It's done. It's
no,
over.
we're not having that conversation anymore.
You think too hard about it. What's the light and what's the darkness? No one knows. Who cares?
That's the point.
Yeah, but why does everyone care?
Fuck's sake.
Half your goddamn country believes in some imaginary light. Like, why does it matter when it's a fictional piece of shit? That makes no difference.
We should probably move on to the Glimmer Cap.
Yep.
Sorry.
Well, let's go talk about wizards.
Again, I appreciate that explanation what the Veil is. All right, 500 Glimmer, 500k Glimmer.
He does not. Okay, all right. Does Canada not have God? Sorry, that was a pretty funny joke.
Stop reading chat.
I saw it. It was funny. All right. Anyway.
Anyways, Glimmer.
All right. My bad. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have brought that up. Oh wait, can we go with that though? Can the Traveler be God and the Veil be the devil?
No,
Why?
you can't.
Why?
Because there's nothing to suggest those comparisons in the lore at all.
Why?
Can you?
One's evil
Yes.
and one's
You have to-
not evil. I don't know.
Neither one of them is evil.
What the
Neither one of
darkness
them
is
is
evil?
good.
What are you talking about?
Neither one of them are good either.
Yes. As has been proven in lore, like, you can have the light, but still be a terrible person.
Oh yeah, Shax. Perfect example.
Well, no, I wasn't talking about Shax. I was talking about all those warlords from the Dark Age.
I was talking about the genocidal Shax that fucking absolutely decimated the Kara for no good reason other than they could grant wishes. Oh, and also just absolutely murdered baby Alexei for no reason. That's great too. He's a really cool person.
Yeah, he murdered them for the same reason Guardians murder any aliens, because they're not human, and because we've been the bad guys all along. Duh.
You know, I think about that a lot, actually, when I'm playing the game, and I shoot, like, a Cabal in the head, and his fucking head just disintegrates. And I'm like, that guy doesn't have a ghost.
Yep.
How many
What
of
is his
these...
family gonna think later when he doesn't come home for dinner?
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter. His family was barbecued on whatever.
Tore bottle.
Tore bottle, so...
Yep. All right, so 500 sparkly new glimmer cap.
All right, fine. Jesus Christ. What? We can't get into some crazy... never mind. All right, let's go.
I mean, we absolutely can, but we're already like an hour and 40 minutes in.
How does this keep happening? All right. Yeah, you're right. Let's not get into some sort of philosophical debate about where life originated in the Destiny universe. That'd be fun, though. I bet it was the Veil.
Bro, 500k glimmer cap. Holy
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
Why are you guys so upset? All right, everyone, let's go. Okay, all right, 500k glimmer clap, glimmer, glimmer.
We need AGreeNer to have some like prescription of ADHD meds that he only takes right before the stream.
All right, 500k glimmer cap, dropping January 30th. Yeah, that's it. We're going from 250 to 5,000, or 250,000 to 500,000. I like it, but once again, like I said,
I think it's good.
because it wasn't in the game 6 years ago, we're not allowed to think it's a good change. Just
Destiny players are a bunch of whiny, complaining bitches, including us. So don't you fucking get mad if you heard this. You're a whining, complaining bitch. I'm a whining, complaining bitch. AGreeNer's a whining, complaining bitch. Dunk is probably a whining, complaining bitch, although he hasn't whined and complained on this show very much. We're all whiny, complaining bitches. But I like the increase. Thank you.
Yeah, the increase is nice. It's sick. But we're going to just be spending more next season, so it's probably not even going to feel like an increase, but whatever.
The engrams are the real issue for spending shit right now anyway, not the glimmer. So I hope they address that particular economy personally.
Okay. What's the problem?
I think stuff costs too many engrams. They said they were going to increase the rate at which you get engrams, but I don't think they increased it enough for the cost.
I have so many engrams, though. Are we talking about specific engrams?
I'm talking about engrams from ritual vendors,
Oh, okay.
strikes, PvP.
Not
Gambit.
the seasonal stuff, obviously.
No,
Oh,
because you get the seasonal from literally everything you do.
I wonder,
It's
because
not
I'm
the
at,
seasonal
I'm
engrams.
at like 99 of every one of them. And I'm like, I don't even want to waste time going and using them. I know you do get really good armor from seasonal engrams, but it's just so, like, game's already boring enough.
So you're going to be able to redo your appearance.
Yes, we can redo our
Yeah.
appearance now. That's really cool. Here, look, I even, oh shit, it's not working. Hold on. 5, 4. Beautiful. Sorry. Took a while. I'm going to quickly not shut that down when the source is not visible. And it resets it, but that's okay. All right, so here we go. Yeah, check it out, everybody. You can now change your shit. You can change your body type, 1 or 2. Probably some face stuff, hair stuff, marking. Is body type 1 or 2 like man and woman?
If I remember correctly, I think that's your gender. Yeah.
Ah! That's cool. I'm not gonna change my gender, but all my characters are female, I believe. I can't even remember, to be honest. My Titan is an Exo. I think it's a female Exo. My Hunter is a female Awoken. I wonder if my Warlock's a female human. Probably. Who knew? I could check Dim. I think it says it, but whatever. Yeah, I'm not going to change. But it's cool that I think there's a lot of people, from what I understood, people, sometimes when people delete characters, they're deleting them because they want to change their, shit.
Yeah, that is a reason people delete characters, even though I think they're psychotic for doing that, but that's because I don't want to do stasis again.
Psychotic.
Smile.
Okay, wait. So if you delete a character, you have to redo like all the stasis quests, do you have to redo all the like strand stuff?
Yeah.
Oh,
You have
yeah.
to re-earn all your subclass stuff. You had to buy
Why would anybody ever, like, I hear about people deleting that shit all the time, and I just always thought in my brain you put your gun and your armor in the fucking vault, and then you delete it, and then you're good. But they
you keep
do
all your gear, but you have to pay for all of your subclass 3.0 abilities. Because remember, you don't get all of the solar arc or void right off the bat again. You got to do some quests to order and to unlock them, and then you got to pay a shit ton of glimmer to Ikora to get them, and then you got to do stasis and strand again.
No,
It's a significant effort.
I can't believe people would do that. What a bunch of idiots. All right, whatever.
Yep.
It's a lot of work that I would not choose to do again.
Yep.
We had an interesting discussion about this in Apex VC the other day, about people that wanted to change their characters to female. I don't know if we really want to get into that right now because it's going to be a tangent that's, it's going to be kind of weird. But anyway, my characters are all male. They all are as close to looking like me as I could make them, and that's basically how I play all my games where I make a character. So.
That's funny. I used to do that when I was young, but as I got older, I started switching to female characters in games whenever I possibly could. And there's even some games that I don't play because I don't have the choice.
All right.
Yeah.
I think
What's the reason that you play female characters?
Well, I was talking about it the other day, and I just I enjoy like strong feminine characters more than strong male characters. Probably just because it's been more rare in media over a long time, and you're so used to seeing it. So I think my brain prefers to do that. It's part of the reason I really like the Lara Croft games, the Horizon games. Fem Shep from Mass Effect. Like, I've never played as Mark Mirren's Shepard ever in my life. No desire to. Probably never will. But when I was younger, if there was a character creator, it was always like, let's make this character. And not even that much younger. Like when I was 20. Like I remember playing Fight Night Champion or whatever, and they had just introduced you could upload your face onto the web and put it into the game. It was terrible. It looked so bad, but I tried to do it. Nowadays I wouldn't do that. I would just play a female boxer if I'm allowed. I could care less if it looks like me, but I do remember a time when I would try to make it look as much like me as possible. I'm trying to think of a game that feels weird. I guess it doesn't really feel weird to play as a man, but I do prefer the choice because I play like Dead Space and Witcher and stuff, and it never felt weird.
So Dunk, are your characters female, male,
Yeah.
mix?
Yeah, so I'm similar to Green. I used to play as male characters. Like my original Destiny 1 characters were all male. But then as soon as I was able to, I made the switch over to PC, I remade all my characters as female characters. And for me, it's, again, I prefer a strong female character, and also I just prefer female voice actors compared to male, just because some of them are more monotone, more deeper for the male voice actors, and that's great for certain games. But there are other games like Mass Effect where it just, I don't know, I feel like the acting is far better.
Jennifer
on that
Hale
side.
is so much better than Mark Mirren.
She did
And
so good.
there's
So
you ever play Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
yes,
Oh,
Cassandra.
Cassandra is so much better than Alexios' voice actor.
Absolutely.
I thought it like I remember hearing him for the first time was like, oh my god, I'm glad I didn't pick male, because I was like, I could not listen to that fucking Goomba for the entire game.
Yeah.
Okay,
Rain?
I'm getting real close to the mic now.
Okay, don't be too wet.
Here we go.
I'm possibly going to offend some people right now. So, for all the people that are attracted to pixels out there, this is a trigger warning for you. Somebody told me just yesterday that they prefer female characters because, and I quote, if I'm going to play a game watching the back of my character for hundreds of hours, I might as well enjoy the view. That shit is fucking weird. That shit is basically means that you are digitally masturbating the entire time you're playing your fucking game. You fucking weirdo. Stop jerking off playing the game. It's fucking weird. That's all I have to say about that particular sentiment. If you are playing a female character specifically because you find them hot and you find them a turn on, I think it's kind of weird. I'm sorry if that offends you. All right, thank you.
You want to know my opinion on that specifically?
Yeah.
Is I've heard that so many times from different edgelords on the internet that I feel like it's just become the typical response, even whether it's true or not. So I feel like maybe 10% of the people that are actually saying that actually believe, like they actually are sitting there and like, I'm gonna play a girl because I want to look at that fucking ass this whole time. And the other 90% just prefer female characters, but that's their response because it's become such an edgy response.
Let me clarify. I don't care what people are into. All right, you be whatever you're into, so long as everybody that's involved is consenting and the imagery that you are involved with is legal. It's fine. You can be into whatever shit you want. I'm into some weird things. You're into some weird things. We don't need to get into the specifics of the weird things everybody's into. And it's fine. But if you're playing a game character because it gets you off, because it gets your dick hard, or get your lady bits wet while you're in the middle of playing, I find it fucking weird. When people start talking about how much they want to bone Asterion in fucking Baldur's Gate 3, I don't get it. My brain doesn't compute because the man is pixels on a screen. I don't get it.
He's also
don't
the worst
understand it at all.
character in Baldur's Gate. I'm just like, is that just me? Why do people like him so much? He's so fucking annoying. Whatever.
My brain is just wired differently. I don't know. I don't get it with the anime stuff. I don't get with or this stuff, or even like, listen, I have one friend who recommended Sex with Hitler as a game. All right.
Oh,
and the moment they put a high rating on that, then all of a sudden your friends thought you might like games like whatever started populating my recommended on Steam. So those adult games are in there anytime I don't turn the adult filter on. And every once in a while I'll click on one of them and I'm like, why? What are you getting out of playing this game? I don't understand. It's cool if that's your thing. It's fine, but I don't get it personally. Maybe I'm old and a fuddy-duddy. It could be. I'll fully admit that. But holy shit, I like my cartoons and my digital media vanilla. That's all I gotta say. All right.
Well, that was interesting. I don't get it. Ironically, you mentioned Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate is one of the only games in a long time that I've played where I don't want to have sex with any of the characters. Like,
I get that the romance is interesting.
No, but I hate all of them so
interesting,
much
but
that I don't want to romance any of them. I fucking hate every character in that game.
I just don't get the IRL thirst that people generate if it's not as part of like your streaming persona to be like that in order to engage with your community. But it's the folks that feel like that really feel that. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not judging you.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I just can't wrap my head around it. My brain doesn't work that way for whatever reason.
All right,
Maybe I am.
We got to finish this podcast. All right.
Yes.
So, we get to pick some shit. Good wizards, evil wizards. Okay, my choices, just so everyone knows, is I picked the good titan, the evil hunter, and the evil warlock. This hat just does not look good on the titan. This one looks better.
Yeah.
And the shoulders look better on this guy.
The Titan's hat looks like it's too small, so he can't get it on his head all the way. On the evil one.
Yeah. Personally, I don't actually like the wizard outfits at all. I wouldn't have chose this aesthetic for Destiny, but everyone knows that no one cares what I think anyway. What is this shit that's on here? Oh, you see, at first I thought it was like a little person, but no, it's like a medallion or some shit. I don't know. Boring. Okay. All right, next. Yeah, they talk about the bow. I mean, we talked about this already in the season and the stuff. No one cares. The last catalyst came out this week. It's the Threadling one.
And it's the best one.
It's probably the best one. Yeah, absolutely.
Threadlings that are spawned from bow kills count towards building up your snare weaver.
But there still
stacks.
is no reason to use this over something like Wish Under. Obviously, if there's a lot of ads and you want to have some ad control, that's the reason in that instance. But my point is, in comparison to how good, this is in comparison to Wish Under, it's not even comparable as a weapon.
Luckily, Wish Under's getting nerfed later this season at the mid-season balance patch.
But it'll still be better by a mile.
Maybe.
All right, for next this is one of those Bungie rewards that I fucking hate because I can't buy like a bunch of them and give them away. But there's a cute little Riven plushie on the Bungie store now, and
This is a one per account.
Yeah, it's a redeem if you do something. I think you need to get. I actually think you need to get all of the catalysts.
Yeah.
I think that's what the redemption thing is. But anyway, so
Okay.
I will give away at least one at some point. Probably. Gave to give. All right, let's talk about this for like a hot second. Just because we are fundraising for it. We're doing a very good job. I'm just going to grab my link to put it in chat, just in case anyone hasn't seen it.
Stream Elements just posted it just a moment ago. So.
Holy shit, Stream Elements knows what's up! Alright, never mind.
I'll just pin it real quick. There you go.
Yeah. So, Game to Give, it's live right now. You can... Why wouldn't they have the ship on here? That's so fucking stupid. Alright, so there's this cool ass ship that you can get. And also this emblem, if you haven't got it. Anyway, click the link. You can see everything that you can get. The ship is cool. That emblem's cool. You can get 20 other emblems. It all costs money. $189 for everything. $49 for the new emblem and the new ship. We'll get you both of them. And Jesus, somebody donated that quickly. What the fuck? That's crazy. All right, good job, whoever you were. Anyway, doesn't matter.
There you
Yeah,
go. I
we,
put the ship up on my camera.
Oh, perfect. Here, let's. It's the wrong color though, man.
I like these colors on it.
It looks way better in its normal skins. I'm just kidding. I really like the red. Are you gonna show me? Okay. I just really like the red windows. Yeah, I think it's really neat. Anyway, there you go, chat. That's what it looks like. If you haven't gotten one yet, I see a lot of people in here have actually already done it. But the link is in the chat. If you want to donate, you're more than welcome to. We started off initially with a 2,500 goal, and we smashed it in like 8 hours. So I upped it to 5,000 and added more 24-hour stream like things on there. So now if we get to 5,000, the 24-hour stream will be like 31 hours, and there'll be a couple extra bonuses and a couple extra giveaways. So lots of going on. We're at like 4,100 at this point, so we're well on our way. I was worried about making it 2,500, so close to Extra Life, but turns out that two things: the community is pretty awesome. And if you give people stuff inside of Destiny, they will give you so much money. It is ridiculous. For real. Why don't... people must spend so much money on Eververse. So much money on Eververse.
I mean, if I see a transmog I like in there.
No, but they've almost raised $1.5 million in like 35 hours. And I guarantee half of those donations are simply because of this ship and or the emblem. Maybe I'm being jaded a little bit from humanity, but I'm pretty, like, based on the fact that it took me 9 months last year to get $4,000 for Extra Life, and it took me 27 hours to get it for Game to Give, and they both essentially do the same charity at the end of the day, helping kids. It leads me to believe, you know, the reason one is more important than the other is because of the benefits that they get. Anyway, let's not get too sad about it. Link is in the chat. Check it out. Donate. Every $7 gets you a token. You need 3 tokens for the ship, 4 tokens for the emblem that was on the screen earlier, right here. And then there is... they didn't put the other ones on here. There's another 20 emblems that were in the vault. People pay a fortune for the emblems, but they won't pay as much anymore because most of the emblems that people pay a fortune for are the ones that people are getting for $7.
I think that's not going to really dent the market because I think there's a lot of Destiny players that don't really know that this is going on, and they're still going to be paying $100 plus for some of those emblems, and some of them are going to be sold directly from codes that were received during this charity.
Yeah, well, listen, you want to know what? I think it is going to put a dent in the market because a lot of normal people now know that these emblems sell for a lot. So even if the people that are still buying them don't know, there's going to be a lot more sellers. And sellers mean undercutters. And undercutters will drive the price down. So I don't think people will be paying as much for them as they were before. But this emblem is awesome. I love this emblem. I think it's super cool. I was going to give away another emblem, but I found out it was... I'm really sad about this because as a fundraiser, I get a couple emblems, and I thought I could give them away like I could everything else, but we have to redeem them through our account, and it made me sad. But so now I have 2 more emblems that are pretty neat. But I was going to give the Bloodstream one away. Sad Panda.
No, that's all right. It's a thought that counts.
Yep.
I put it out last night though, and then this morning I found it, or when I said to redeem because I was going to grab the code, it made me log in, and I'm like, no, this is not what I want to do. I knew right away, but I wanted to show. It's really cool. It's this one. This is the one I wanted to give away. It's really neat. You could get I guess you could get them at TwitchCon for donating for something last year. It was only $10 to get it, but it's still obviously a lot of people missed it. I didn't know about it. Maybe they'll do it again, and I'll be able to get some. And I got this one too. which is really I like the icon when it's the small icon, but the rest of it is I'm still using the new one, even though this one's probably more rare. These are the ones I'm interested in, actually, because these must be... Is this crazy? 100 grand? You imagine having the Argent Champion shader? I'd never take it off.
Damn.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's probably just this, like, silver shader that's here.
That looks really good.
It's a cool shader, though. But you got to raise $100,000 to get it. It's over time. Like, so every game to give, we'll slowly add to it. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Anyway, I'm going to be able to get these two, probably. Metagalactic Bloom and Function of Grace. I'm going to see if we're able to get the codes for them or not, or if they're going to be account bound. It'd be really cool if we can give those away. This is a really neat one, too. I like this one. This one I don't like that much, so it's like, whatever. But I bet it's pretty rare. It'd be nice if I can give it away. And yes, a lot of people are telling me I could log into someone's account and redeem it for them. That's not going to happen. It's probably against the TOS. I'm just not going to break TOS for this. So, just so everyone's aware. So if you donate, do you pick the ones you get from the initial list? Here, I'll show you really quickly the concept of that before we finish up. That's this right here. So if you donate, every $7 gets you 1 credit. Okay, so this new emblem this year, which is really cool. I like this emblem a lot, and I'm currently wearing it. Costs 4 credits, so basically it costs you $28. If you want this ship, which Rect was showing earlier, but it's right here, 3 credits, so $21. And then these are all the vault emblems. So these have been all the emblems that basically have been available to get the same as this one since like 2019. They each cost 1 credit, so basically $7 each. So the concept is, if you want everything, you can donate $189 and you'll get enough credits for everything. If you only want a couple of these emblems, you know, it's $7 each. If you want, you know, this and this only, it's $49. And then you do the math. So that's the concept. Make sure if you are going to donate, which people have been doing amazingly, as we are currently up to $4,157. I was going to say the next goal is probably something cool, but... oh, yeah, shit, look. Ooh, just 1 second. Our stream is only intended for certain audiences because it contains drugs, intoxication, excessive tobacco use. I don't even smoke tobacco on the stream. Significant profanity, that's true. Vulgarity, that's true. Sexual themes, yeah, that's all true. Anyway, so... next reward, another emblem. Another hour to the charity stream. A special giveaway. The special giveaway was the Bloodstream emblem. I had to change it, and I haven't come up with something else to give away here yet. So it's just TBD. And then the last one is add 1 hour to the charity stream, and we're going to give away the game to give hoodie that's in the Bungie store. I don't know if y'all seen it, but it looks pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. That was a lot of stuff to go over, but I get excited about this. Man, we're doing so well. I'm so excited about this charity. I don't know why. I love Extra Life, too. I wish Extra Life was this easy to raise money for. We need to give away stuff that people are interested in next year. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are people going to be as interested in as ships and emblems?
Nothing.
Okay, the cool thing is people have been giving me ship and emblem codes. So what we need to do is hit different people in the community that haven't donated. And just for Extra Life, we'll say if you donate $100, I'll give you the ship and the emblem. And then maybe I've got, I can do that. How many times can I do that? Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so I got about 20 codes of each. So that's $2,000. That's not bad.
People have been donating and just giving you the codes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Nah, some people have donated
Not
quite a
me.
bit.
That's cool.
Some people donated quite a bit and ended up having $500 worth of tokens left over. So I said, I reached out. Well, as soon as the one donation came through, one specifically, which is where I got most of these from, I messaged them right away. I was like, man, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Can you do me a favor? I was like, you can only use $189 worth of tokens. You could grab the rest of those and give them to us for future giveaways if you want. And he's like, yeah, for sure, you betcha. Dark also did it. He donated quite a bit of money. He had, so he had a lot of tokens left over. And then some other people just had tokens left over because they donated like $100, but had already had all the legacy emblems. So they had like $50 worth of redemptions left over. So they grabbed some stuff. So yeah, basically it's mostly people that have leftover stuff that are giving it to us. So.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's very neat.
Nice.
So we're stocking back up because it's really good because we were starting to get really low on emblems to give away at certain points. Also, I am giving one away on Twitter right now, and it's actually it's going really well. Oh yeah, we've gotten over 100 followers from one ship and one emblem giveaway. That's crazy. People want this stuff. I can't afford it. It's just totally cool. I'm down for it. Bring it on. Hopefully our bot doesn't win it. We gotta go. Why are we still talking?
Yeah, we gotta keep going. Let's go.
Well, I mean, we can finish up. Do we really need to talk about the Prime Gaming Rewards? There's new Prime Gaming loot. Go get it. Most of you probably have everything anyway, but there might be something new. There isn't a hidden emblem in there that they don't list, so definitely go pick it up. And the emblem is actually new.
Hold on, really quick. This is the hoodie, by the way, that we're giving away when we hit the goal. Why doesn't it show up right away? What's going on? Is it broken? You broke
Here's
it.
your source.
It's Rex's fault.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yep. And how could you, Red?
I was gonna show it, but chat, it's broken.
I angered the gods when I disparaged.
Can I do this? I can. You anger the gods when you disparage stuff? Did you
I
hear what I said earlier
hot
in the
video
stream,
game
right?
characters.
Anyway, this is a hoodie. It's a game to give on the front. That's all it is. It looks like a nice hoodie, though. I think I might give away some of these Yeti mugs, too, because Yeti mugs are dope. Anyway.
They are fantastic.
We'll see. What hidden emblem? I would show you, but we're running out of time. But if you go to the Amanda Holiday kiosk, that's beside Rahul, there's an emblem there. If you do the Prime Gaming, if you claim your Prime Gaming stuff and get all this stuff, there's also an emblem. It doesn't show it on here though.
Correct.
You have it there? Bring it up.
I don't think I have it. Oh, there it is. That's the emblem.
Yeah, that's it. That's right. It's a little cup. Little teacup.
There you go.
Can't see a lot of it, but you get it. There's an emblem. How do we get the hoodie? I need more hoodies. If we hit the goal, we'll give it away during the stream to all the people that have donated. Well, not to everybody. We'll do a draw from all the people that have donated. So you can also just go buy the hoodie on the Bungie store if you want one that bad. But we are going to give one away. Just as a thank you.
Yep.
Which is ironic because when you give it away to people that donated, you're giving it away to literally probably to the people that could afford to buy one. But people like free stuff, right? People like.
Anything else?
I don't know. Was there? No. Oh, that's cute. Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Mildly
Did
terrifying.
you guys see this? This actually kind of made me a little angry because it's not even a real animal. It's a drawing, I think.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
but
a
it
drawing.
but it was a cool drawing, so I was like, okay, I'll take it, and I didn't get too mad about it. But yeah, there's a fish coming out of that cat.
Yeah.
All right, plugs and go home.
Yeah, I am home. But plugs. I already plugged Game to Give. You guys should donate. The link's right there in the chat if you haven't already. I bet most of the people in here have. But yeah, go do it.
How about Dunk? You got anything before I go on about events?
No, I got nothing.
Lol, he said butt plugs.
I've done.
Crimson Days is coming. There will be the PvP tournament. This year it's going to be all legendary bows only. And I'm probably going to nuke any ability that spawns threadlings because they're a pain in the ass to deal with bows. So there's that. There will also be the event card that's going to focus around making bows and doing things with bows in the game. I haven't posted anything about this yet, but we have been doing a revamp of the roles on the server. While my wife is yelling at the dogs in the background.
That's okay.
We've been doing a bunch of revamp of roles, clearing out some roles, and cleaning up some of the language we use and some of the role names. Those will be shared with. They're actually live now, but there'll be a post about it on the server on Sunday. I'm waiting for AGreeNer to get done with Hingapalooza for all this charity work he's doing before I start posting about other stuff. People got enough pings in the past couple of days as it is.
Oh yeah, I did do 4 community pings yesterday, and then last night when I was finishing up, I accidentally pinged twice in a row.
Yes, you did. I
pinged...
went and looked, and I was like, "Who the fuck is pinging me up here in this chat?" And AGreeNer's like, "Please, ghost ping, forgive."
I felt so stupid. It's like I was already feeling a little guilty. Pinging for the 4th time, but every time I pinged, like we would get a wave of donations. So I was just like, shit, you can't stop. Like this is like when people stop donating, I'll stop pinging. But anyway, so I went to just recopy the message in a bunch of different chats, but without the ping, like I do, because people don't read the pings, but they do read some of the public chats. I copied it into the 1st or 2nd channel, but then the 3rd channel, for some reason, I didn't. I usually recopy it after I delete the pings out of the other channels, and then I still had the original one copied, and just Control V, enter, boom, and then I'm like ping, and I'm like no. So I deleted the ping and then said ghost ping, and then I apologized to people. I don't think people were too mad, but they probably were. They're probably annoyed. They're like, holy shit, that's 5. Probably having a stroke on the insides. Anyway, it's all good. It's all good. It's for a good cause. We did a lot. It was crazy yesterday. Anyway, I'm gonna plug one more thing real quick. Are you still talking about that?
Nope,
stuff?
I'm good.
All right, yeah. I gotta finish. Pingapalooza. Plus, I gotta actually do the dungeon rolls that you gave me, which I didn't put in yet. And the player of the year streams tomorrow. Be there or be square. It's at like 6 or 7. I can't remember, but. It's in the events tab. Go take a look at it. It's going to be fun. A lot of fun. It's kind of a joke plus serious at the same time. So you guys will enjoy it if you come out, hang out. I promise not to bother you for subs or anything. I think we've taken enough money from you in the last 2 days.
All right, cool.
I got nothing else. Anyone got anyone else to talk about?
I'm yawning. Sorry. Let's go.
Nope.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out and watching episode 47 of This Week at Shrouded. It's been a blast talking to you about Destiny and Game to Give. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. Thanks to our guests, Mr. Rect and Dunk, for being here once again. And, yeah, that's it. Hopefully I see you tomorrow. We're out.